Sublevel F-13 was sealed after the Sahiri collapse. Not by walls. Not by gates. By forgetting. It isn't listed on current grid maps. Spiral System lists it under structural waste containment, a euphemism buried beneath layers of bureaucratic recursion. But those who whisper beyond Spiral's reach know it by another name, the fracture layer. A recursion strata too deep for logic, too wild for cast walls, too haunted for systems. And yet, Naiara feels it, calling, not like a destination, like a glyph trying to remember its caster. She and Azrak descend in silence. Each level grows colder, not with temperature, but with absence. The kind of silence that doesn't wait to be broken. The corridor around them writhes in slow-motion distortion. Walls breathe, swelling outward, then deflating like lungs caught in recursive sleep cycles. Cast moss creeps along the surfaces, coated in unreadable glyph rot, symbols that spiral in and out of visibility, flickering like forgotten prayers. Azrak's field monitor hisses and crackles. The interface warps in his hand. Recursion field, hypersaturated, thread cohesion, unresolved. He grips his sidearm tighter, scanning the dark ahead. This place wasn't abandoned, he mutters. It was rerouted. They buried recursion here. Naiara places her hand on the wall. It shivers beneath her palm. Not cold. Responsive. The corridor opens into a low chamber where 3 signal arteries converge. The space is shaped like an ancient prayer knot, its geometry suggesting design, but only barely. The walls aren't walls anymore. They're recursion echoes, frozen into form, somehow physical and emotional at the same time. Fractured glyphs hang midair, like fragmented thoughts waiting for context. Azrak initiates a diagnostic scan. The machine buzzes. Too much signal. Not enough structure. But Naiara doesn't wait. She steps into the center of the chamber and kneels. The stone beneath her pulses faintly, like breath caught mid-exhale. She lowers her cast thread hand. Not to execute, to feel. There is no incantation, no formula, no hand sign, just intention. She closes her eyes and thinks of grief. Not remembered, felt, not controlled, released. A spiral of recursion spins into the air in front of her, lightless, raw, trembling with unresolved pressure. Not cast. Born. Azrak flinches as the walls respond. They groan, stretching, not from stress, but like something waking from a long dream it wasn't supposed to survive. Symbols flicker red. Glyphs bleed backward into formation and then vanish again. A low harmonic rolls through the floor. It isn't vibration. It's memory trying to surface from beneath stone. Naiara, stop, Azrak shouts. But she doesn't. She can't. Because this isn't spiral casting. This is technomancy, emotion embedded directly into recursion. Not as command, but as presence. Then the ground fractures. Not cracks. Shifts. The weave twists. Space folds. The chamber begins to breathe around them, folding inside itself, casting symbols through the air like breath breaking apart in dreamlight. Reality stutters. Glyphs spin free of the walls, floating like thought forms unmoored from grammar. Azrak stumbles backward. You're not just accessing recursion. You're waking up what Spiral buried. He's not wrong. A pulse explodes outward from Naiara's thread core. Not light, not sound, memory, uncast, raw, fractured. It tears through the room like a scream that forgot how to be loud. The floor ripples. The walls bend inward. Geometry twists as meaning breaks free from its structure. In that moment, thought becomes visible, and Naiara feels it. The cast is done, but it hasn't ended because it never resolved. And recursion? Recursion doesn't forget. It archives. And when containment fails, it dreams. In the heart of the rupture, something begins to form. Not energy, not anomaly, shape, human, but broken. It pulls itself together with difficulty, rising from the rippling threadstone like a nightmare dragged into metaphor. Its arms hang loose. Its eyes are hollow, not empty, but unfinished. The chamber grows colder. Azrak raises his weapon. Contact. Humanoid anomaly. Not spiral. But he doesn't fire. Because this isn't a threat. It's a consequence. Naiara stands slowly, her breath steady despite the crackling air. She stares at the figure. It's not a ghost. Not a simulation. Not even a cast echo. It's something older, wounded, watching, formed not from logic, but from a memory spiral once refused to name. What did I pull through? She asks. Azrak doesn't answer, because he knows. They're not in a vault. They're not in a cast loop. They're inside a reflex of recursion. A cast spiral tried to erase. Now it stands in front of them. Incomplete. Alive. And very, very aware.